Okay, so we're back. We're doing, our low ELO slog through, I guess. Now we're up a few points pretty soon. I can't say I'm a pretty soon. Hopefully I'm going to be like I can't put 500 ELO in my titles anymore. Still playing 1510. We're continuing on with that. I do feel like I play better with these time controls. Um, and let's see. So we start off where the black pieces. Uh, Book move. And what am I playing? I'm playing the Owens. Oh, 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 stop. What in the world? Stop. Oh, no, I give away the plot. Oh, I hit the next button. Oops. So I'm playing the Owens. And then this happens. And this is not. So I'm immediately looking at them coming out here and me dealing with this. That's the immediate thought. Now low ELO, so it's a pretty tricky move. I decide to push out this pawn to block an attack. The other option I was thinking of was this move, knight to f6. Again, because there's a certain, they go here and then so usually they bust out here and it's coming, so you put your pawn out, say they come there, what they're doing, so then you come out here to protect the pawn, they come there, you put out this, and then they go there, and then you put out this one, and there is a sequence. And so my first thought was to just get this queen out of here, which it did, but it did go back to a kind of a weird spot, and now I'm in a situation that is completely alien to me, so I take some time. I figure, what, let's just keep on with development. So, ironically, I'm not playing the Owens defense this time. I'm just playing chess. Decide to come up here so that I can get an attack on the queen. I think it's pretty neutral because yes, I'm wasting a second move on a knight. They're gonna have to waste a second move on a queen. But if you pull the queen out early, generally I'm trying to harass the queen. So queen comes up, is attacking the knight, and now we get into kind of the closer the Owens defense formula, where that's the bishop comes out. They bring out their light square bishop. They're still trying for that checkmate, which is fine. I see what they're doing, and so I push that forward. I'm not completely sure. So this seems to have been a better move to kick it. So we'll have to remember that for later. But I bring that up, and I know that they're going to take. Okay, so I decide, well, I need to take back, with the idea that if they really want to push this, I can take with the queen, and then and now I'm a queen up, and I can start doing a whole bunch of goofiness. So that was the intention there. Not necessarily with the knight. Maybe that would have been better, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyway, so they push the pawn. I have to move my knight, but now my knight's attacking their bishop. And they pull this move, this blunder. Now, you might think, oh, wow, free kind of bishop trade. Well, not with this boy here. We go for it, and I realize there's a bunch of threats on the field, but hey, oh, yeah, I do this move because I want to develop more. I forgot I pulled this. So I do that. Now, I never realized that this is actually a pretty strong, I guess, because it's centralized, but this is a pretty nice little bulwark for if you want to mess with people. This knight stays here for a good portion, and it's really hard to just get those attacking lines on the king. But they do that, and I take the rook. And so now this whole diagonal is mine. Unfortunately, spoilers, this doesn't do too much during the game. I decided to take the bishop because my goal is to kind of open everything up, and I have such long diagonals that now I'm like, oh well, let's the light square diagonals are mine. I didn't want to take. This was not a good trade for me. That's defended. So I decided to get on the light squares again with my queen. Don't let this push forward anymore because that's almost like it's just a difficult situation I don't want to be in. So move their queen to the check, the same kind I did. I move my knight with the idea that, let's see, takes, and then the hope is that they take, and I don't just lose a piece. Pretty sure, yeah, they put a little umph behind it. I'm not sure what this move does, to be honest. I castle just to get that out of there. They take with the pawn. I take with the bishop. It's plus side attacking. They don't take the bishop and give me a free queen. They decide to go up and sit here in a very protected spot. So anything that goes after that queen is going to kind of be in trouble. Not that I don't want to go after the queen. I come over here because the plan is to come up here, maybe try and get this rook, maybe try and come here and get the... I want to do some shenanigans over here, and these two pawns aren't really available. They push up this pawn. What did I do next? Yeah, I'm not sure why I did that. Because that would have been best. They could have come out. And then I guess then I'm kind of stuck. And then I'm kind of stuck because this forms just that magical, like the other game. There is a way to arrange all these where everything's just defending. I think it's literally knight here. This defends the knight. This defends, and then it creates a nice little struggle. So I come here. I want to, I think, move the king, I think is that. And then maybe get a pin, like come back here, get a pin on that knight. So I'm not completely sure. Let's see, come back because they threaten me. I go back this way because again, I'm re-looking at this pawn. I realized that like there's not a lot to be done here. Outside of really what I should do now while I'm making these moves. Well, when I have a move is to pull this here, and then that way I can pin this. But that's me just thinking because that would happen. And then my queen gets chased around a bit. Now this is good, I say. Everything's kind of defended here. This is actually really difficult. This causes me a lot of issues with the dark squares. Which, now looking back, is kind of foolish. It's kind of foolish for me for what I did because I could have, attacked the queen, had the queen move, get a pawn, start undermining his stuff over here. So really, this was my biggest misplay, as you can see by the evaluation bar. Again, it's the bad trades. I thought, my mind was come here, take that, they take. I knew all this would happen, and then I was going to come in here, and the plan was to take with the fork. That's what I wanted to happen, but that never happened because everything is, and it wanted me to come and attack the queen, and I actually fully agree with that. So they take. I come here. Now this move, I didn't necessarily want a queen trade, but now that I'm looking back, it really does seem like this was the smart play, because take the queen, sure, or if the queen does something else, like comes down here or does anything else, any other kind of move, they'd have to come like here, and then I can go down. They would have to come up, and I get another free rook, and so then we're looking pretty. But I didn't. I came through here because I thought maybe there was something I could do over here to cause some mischief. And then unfortunately, like this move, this in between move right here, right? Boom, is the slack that that my opponent needed to really start attacking, and that's what they did. They came down with their knights. They started, and the knights protected, so I can't just take it. Comes down here, and so at this point, I'm really worried. That was kind of a misplay. Let's see, and then in here, you see it really wants me to pin this piece. And I was worried about, I think, this move. I think that was the most troublesome move. Actually, I didn't even see this one, to be honest. This move actually caught me by surprise because my plan is to move over here and fork, or other option was to come here, pin this piece, and then take that with that, and then I could do some more shenanigans. Unfortunately, they played just I don't know. I think it was a great move. It defends that fork. It defends each other. So it's. I realize it says mistake, but for this low ELO game, it was pretty good. So this got brought down specifically to shut down these two. Maybe there wasn't. I was really worried that I was in a mating net here, and that even if I played this or this, that I was just going to get checkmated, when you say bring the queen down and you start, that's probably not a great move, but like here, I think that's just checkmate. No, I could go here, but then I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, and so trying to simplify. Unfortunately, here why did I do this? Yeah, because I had me in check. I came back, and again, this is just a really tough spot to be in. Even though they're a bit ahead, and that one mistake really messed me up. Decided to come up here just because I feel like down here it was. Well, I guess I should, but down there was just really scary for me. So finally, I do pin that piece, and so now the goal is if I get that in between move, if I get that one move, I can take this. Which is the goal, because that coming here defends where else I want to go. So it would be here, and then, like say they move here, I can just start checking things. So move back, it's forced. That dang hanging piece here is really doing good work. Decide to come down, and at this point I'm like, well, all of my stuff is on dark squares, so maybe try dark squares, and it has a one or two things between me and whatever's checking me. They can't come here, they can't come here. If they decide to come here, yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble, but it'll take, maybe two, and you'd have to take and then take maybe, but I'm still getting kind of away. They decide to move their rook over, which is a good move. And then so this has been, I need a way to break through. I don't have any, these are the pieces that I'm dealt, so I decide I'm going to sacrifice my rook. It's a tough decision, but I know if I do that, they can't go here, they can't go here, they can't go here, they have to take, and then I can get in front and I can try and do some stuff here. Mostly trying to set up, come here, maybe try and come there, or set up a discovered attack or something. So I get that, and then that's the plan. This is another, I think, really good move. I can't take that piece. I can't come over here because it's defended, and so this is when I think the knight was really strong. it's kind of shutting down all the avenues that I want to approach the king. Maybe if I was like a step back, maybe stepping back, but then I just lose it. So this was really good. And so I move over. And at this point, I finally, like, for the first time in my chess career, was like, okay, well, this is pinned. I can now do something. So check. And here I'm trying to figure out take. I lost that. And then, if I were to take, they take back, or they take, and then, now I've just lost completely, even if it's low on time. So I'm not sure what to do. I could take, but then the fear is like, okay, well, they come here. They can come down here. Like, granted, both of those were bad moves, but, so come back to the pin, check. And at this point, I know that I have a stalemate, or I have a draw. And at the end of the video, I kind of want to talk a little bit about fear. I was really worried I was going to lose, and it stopped me from evening up. It stopped me from, it wasn't a situation I squeaked into. I could have taken there, and then, let's see, F1. So, I mean, we can play this game just a bit, and I could start checking, but it's just, oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, because then I just lose my rook. So if I can, but fear. And I'm a little disappointed I didn't just go for it and play it out, and maybe be put in a situation. These are 2 pass pawns. These are strong. So find a safe place for my king. My king is relatively safe here. You're not going to back rank me. You're not going to get so many pieces around me that you're going to checkmate me quickly. So I could probably have pushed these 2 pawns and made something happen on this side. And so that's just something that, I need to live with as a 500. These positions, there's still a way to win, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do something like this again. By way of intentionally, I knew this was going to be a draw as soon as I came back down. And so maybe in the future, we decide, you know what, I'm low ELO, I'm not very good. It doesn't matter, because this is pinned as well. So, so say I take, and we can play it out a bit. Yeah, you're not going back up. Let's see, you can't come down. You can't move there, so you would do this, probably. There. Come back here because you're protecting. And now we're just in a not great spot. I guess I could come here because we're protecting here. Well, let's analyze it. What's the best move? Let's see. H1. Oh, putting him back in check. D2. Yeah, it's telling me that the best outcome as far as this goes is to well, why is that a blunder? E3 check. Oh. E2 check. But don't you... Oh. Okay. And, I mean, the opponent knew it was going to be a draw, too. They could have continued to run. But it's just a bad situation. If they would have ran that way, Yeah. Take. I don't know if I would have saw this exactly. And then what? XA2? Oh, and then start gobbling up pawns. Let's see, because you could come here and start and protect a pawn. Let's see. Well, you could also have come here, and then I would take that pawn. Yeah. So they knew it was going to be a draw too. I do think that like I was in a dominant position here because it seems like anything they do, would have been me winning. But yeah, there was the draw. Not great. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I think they played fantastically here in the low ELOs.